this week's edition of Southern Woods and Waters. Been a great afternoon out there today. Me and a couple of great friends been out doing a little crappie fishing this afternoon, and we had a little luck. But tonight they're here with me because we're going to be talking to you guys about crappie fishing and taking you on a couple of trips that we've been on here recently. So with me tonight, I'll go ahead and introduce who I've got with me. I got my good friend Terry Peoples here tonight. And always great to have you here with us, Terry. And then Mike Adams is down here all the way from Muscle Shoals with us tonight. Good to have you in town all the time.
Always glad to be here.
You chose a good shirt to bring. We met up and went fishing this afternoon, so we ended up bringing what we brought. So
I still have the mud on my pants. So.
Yeah, that's all right though, isn't it? We had a great time. But what we're going to be talking about tonight is actually a couple different things. Here lately, and a lot of times in the month of March especially, and on into April, we have a lot of windy days. I mean, it just seems this time of year, there's a lot of wind. So to get out there and crappie fish like we love to do, we end up having to fight that wind a lot.
Right.
Now, sometimes we're brave enough to get out and do it on the boat, like we're going to do here in the first segment. And we still had a good day, but we fought the wind, didn't we? I mean, it was a battle. But then we're going to go in the second segment on a trip on the bank. And sometimes on the bank, especially, we can use that wind to our advantage. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight, how we did that, some of that work for us today as well. But let's go on over right now, segment one. Terry and I are going to be putting the G3 in the water, trying to catch a few crappie off some boat docks and brush piles. We're fishing them real slow around these boat docks. So you just we're just slipping them in there real easy, real gentle like. And this time of year, a lot of the slips are empty because there we go. Like here's a fish right here, guys. Let's get him on that. So what we're doing, just slipping in there and getting them out of there. They've been eating the monkey milk pretty good here lately, so been throwing that. That fish gonna be a little short there. I'm not even gonna measure. He's probably about 9 inches. Just show you what we're doing. All right, Terry, got him one on back here. All right, man, that's a good fish, buddy. Show him up here too. Show him what you caught him on.
Chartreuse and white split tail. White hand.
All right, man, let's go get us another one. Right back in this tree. I got Terry up here fishing with that rod I sprayed that motor oil on yesterday. Laundry detergent. There he goes. There he goes. I got him. He ain't gonna measure. Kenny getting a little look. Cameraman knows now when the small fish come up, he don't even get the look here though. Hey, they're all fun to catch. We'll get him back in a couple of years. That's still a pretty little fish. She's just a little 4.5 foot rod right there. Huh? You got it?
Free ride on Greyhound.
I'd say that was worthy of a ride there, Terry. What do you think? Show it to me. Right. Yes, sir. Turned out to be a pretty good windy day, hasn't it? Oh, look here what we got. Some more of that catfish bait.
Dirty bait right there.
Bait.
Catching sardines, baby.
Better than nothing. Light line. Look at it. This is on 4-pound tins.
There's another good one.
That's a fish right there, man.
Yes, sir.
That hit a pink. Let's muck him up with a pink head.
I believe it started.
Up just a little bit. That's what that means. So, let's see what happens. Double check on length, and then there's your guess on this one. Looks just right. Pretty fish.
It's a nice one right there.
Pretty fish, man.
Bait.
Good old bait crappie fish.
Yep.
It'll work.
It's next year's.
It's next year's
It's
crappie.
next year's race.
We're a little late on the gun on that. We're trying to get water under the dark. That's it we're doing. We're just working structure around these boat docks. And you have to get real tight on it. I mean, it's got to be tight on the structure today. They're not too far out from it. So we're taking these jigs, just putting it right in there on them. Another pretty fish, man. He's definitely gonna measure, so he's gonna go on the bite. It's real windy today. We almost didn't even head out. The wind gusts are up pretty high, but we've been able to find some areas where it wasn't terrible and been able to make it happen. Terry and I have had a great time. We put some fish in the boat, so we're gonna try to catch a few more before it gets dark. We gotta head on back. All them little pretties down in there swimming around. Some of them hiding up against the side. What a beautiful afternoon it's been. Yeah, it's been windy, but man, it's been pretty. We've made it happen. Everybody, it's time for this week's Wild Game Forecast. It's being sponsored by our friends over at Wilson Bank and Trust. You guys can find them at 1 of 29 Middle Tennessee locations. Let them take care of all your banking and financial needs, and be sure to tell them thank you for everything they do for us here at the show. All right, guys. Well, forecast for tomorrow. Of course, Mike and I have been planning a fishing trip for a few weeks here. So, forecast for tomorrow. Got rain coming in, of course, but it looks like maybe during the day we might can get after them for a little while the rain is lighter. What I want to hit on about that is on days like that when it's overcast, the fish a lot of times will eat all day when it's like that. Would you agree with that, Terry?
I do.
They what's going on is crappie are kind of sensitive to light. They're a lot like a walleye. The way their eyes are positioned, they have those big eyes. And it's not to say you can't catch one in the middle of the day, especially in deeper water. But on an overcast day, they're more likely to feed all day. So hopefully can make something happen then. Now, Saturday, it's going to turn around and be a pretty nice day again, up in the 50s. But I think what we're really needing to happen right now for everything to really get kicking off is to start having some warmer nights.
Yeah, because we had some warm days and some warm nights, and then we had snow.
And 17-degree weather.
And then 3 days later, it was 75 degrees. So the water's kind of up and down.
Yeah, it was up a little bit
confused.
today where we were fishing.
Yeah,
So water was up a little bit, and they were still on a jig bite too. By the way, I had some minnows. I keep them in a tank at the house, so I usually carry a few with us no matter what. And I had one swimming the whole time we were fishing this afternoon, and not one fish on a minnow. Not one fish on a minnow. Everything we caught was on a jig, and a couple of those were on Cajun, Cajun cricket, and I think you caught a couple on black and silver. But
Hair jig.
they're still on that hair jig bite,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still on the hair
and
jig.
we're tipping them with a crappie nibble, and that makes a big difference. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But guys, we want to remind you to follow us on Facebook. Keep up with us there. We're going to let y'all know how everything's going with us while we're out on the water, and y'all can share your own stories with us there as well. We're going to get ready to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some more Southern Woods and Waters.